Well, good day. Welcome to Amish Roots. So, if you look on your calendar, you will see that Sunday is Mother's Day. But if you are female and you have children, I believe every day is Mother's Day. I can't speak from experience as I do not have any children, but I babysat for many years, taught school for a year, and have 20 nieces and nephews. I've been around children and observed many parents. However, today I'm going to talk about my mom. Everyone has a mom, and every mom is different in the way she parents her children and to what she feels is important to her children's growth. My Amish mom loved children. She was happiest when she was holding a child, whether it was an infant or a toddler, whether it was hers or someone else's, which might explain the number of siblings I have. One of my early memories of my mom was when she was rocking my baby sister to sleep. She loved to sing to her babies, and we would gather at the rocking chair to listen to her. Sitting on the floor, playing quietly with a toy, we would listen to her softly singing as the rocking chair creaked back and forth. We would often ask her to sing our favorite songs. Even after the baby had fallen asleep, she would rock and sing for a few more minutes so that she could hold the baby longer and fulfill our song requests. She was a very nurturing mom. I remember when we were sick, she never hesitated to come check on us to see how we were feeling, giving us dry crackers to eat, but first rubbing the salt off so it didn't upset our stomachs. If we were fortunate enough to have ginger ale in the house, she would put some in a glass, let the fuzzy bubbles settle before allowing us to drink it. I personally had a difficult time swallowing pills, so she would always crush them with a spoon and dilute them in water so that I could ingest them more easily. I do, however, remember one time I was on medication for something. I'm not sure what it was. And the pill I needed to take was huge. Mom told me that she couldn't crush it and that I was old enough now that I could swallow it with water. But every time I tried, as soon as it got to the back of my mouth, I gagged and spit it out. One morning, when I sat for breakfast, my mom had my porridge already in my bowl for me. When I asked why, she simply said she'd done it so it would be cool enough for me to eat right away. Stirring it around to make sure it was not going to burn my tongue, I noticed something peculiar about the porridge. Looking at my mom, I asked what was wrong with it. She encouraged me that it was fine and I was just to eat it. But I insisted there was something wrong and I didn't want it. My mom did not realize that trying to hide my pill in a steaming hot bowl of porridge would cause it to lose its color and turn my oatmeal into a sickly yellow hue. She resigned herself to crushing the pills again. Well, until I was old enough and brave enough to swallow them on my own. To this day, I usually have to take my pills with food so they slide down better. When we were children and there was a severe thunderstorm, I recall my parents carrying us downstairs to the main level. My mom was always afraid for us on the top floor when they slept downstairs. She felt more comfortable having us close by, even though we would have slept through the storm, never having known it had occurred. But she knew. My mom was the one that taught me that food should not be wasted, and if there were leftovers from a meal, with a little imagination, they could be made into something new. One of the best things she made for us, and we all agree on this, she made the tastiest stuffing. We've all tried, but have failed to make it like Mom did. We even worked alongside her to learn because she did not have a recipe. Not that our efforts are bad, we just can't replicate hers. Maybe as someone told me, the missing ingredient is love. Hmm. One dish she made that I didn't care for also involved bread. She called it milk soup, or in Dutch, milksop. This simply consisted of cube bread cooked in milk, and when served, we sprinkled cinnamon on it. I found the texture quite disgusting. My mom knew I could barely choke it down, so she often fried an egg to eat instead. I also never cared for liver, and even though Dad encouraged her not to cater to the children when they did not like what was placed before them, she tried to make sure there was a piece of leftover meat from a previous meal, a gift to me. As we got older and left home, my mom continued to worry and care for us, and loved when we came to visit. In fact, one Mother's Day, I told her I was sorry because I didn't buy a gift for her. She explained to me presents were just things, and the greatest gift we could give her was coming home to visit. So that is what I try to do. There are so many things I could say about my mom, and you will hear about her in the stories I share. But I think the one thing she would want us to remember about her is that she loved us. This was brought to my attention quite clearly after she had passed away. A neighbor shared this story with one of my sisters. The neighbor said, "One day your mom and I were talking about flower beds and how some people have such lovely ones. I shared with your mom that I wished I had a green thumb like others and had beautiful gardens. Your mom replied that she likes nice plants too, but she considers her children her flowers." Wow, what can I say to that? My mom worked hard at growing and coaxing the best out of her family garden. I know it wasn't easy, and we certainly were bad weeds at times. But I like to think that with her patience and Dad's discipline and their enduring love, we ended up as the flowers she envisioned. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. And even if you are not a mom, you have or had one. Whether your mom is or was nurturing and spent lots of time with you, or her parenting skills were less than desirable, she is the reason you exist, and only you can live up to your own expectations. So, the best thing you can do to honor your mom is to visit, call, or take some time to remember her, not just on Mother's Day, but as often as you can. Just a heads up, I will not have a vlog next week as we are moving. This has been Plain Talk in a Modern World. Mach Scoot!